Hello, welcome back to practice for Aiken grade pre-first listening test. This is the listening test practice for part 3. So here are the directions for part 3. In this part, you will hear 5 passages, G through K. The passages represent real-life situations and may contain sound effects. Each passage will have one question, number 25 through number 29. Before each passage, you will have 10 seconds to read the situation and question written in your test booklet. After you hear the passage, you will have 10 seconds to choose the best answer and mark your answer on your answer sheet. The passage will be given only once. Now, let's begin. Letter G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25. Situation. You are a professor who will take a group of students on a 1-month study trip to the UK. An administrator at your university tells you the following. Question. What should you do for the Chinese student in your group? One of the students, Michael Chan, is Chinese, so he'll need a study visa. That's no problem, but he'll have to apply in person. We can't do it for him. Make sure he takes care of it this week. The British Embassy will need an official letter from us outlining the dates and purpose of the trip. I'll email you a template today. Michael must submit this along with his visa application form. As soon as he gets the visa, he should let me know so I can purchase his flight ticket. Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet. Answers. 1. Apply for the visa on his behalf. 2. Email his flight details to the embassy. 3. Give him an official letter for the embassy. 4. Help him make his flight arrangements. Okay, so the question is, what should you do for the Chinese student in your group? So you are a professor, so the administrator is telling you what you need to do. So Michael is Chinese, he needs a visa, and the British Embassy needs an official letter from us outlining the dates and purpose of the trip. This means that it's the professor's job, your job, to give the letter outlining the dates and purpose of the trip. The administrator will email the professor a template, and then you will write the letter itself. So the answer is 3. Give him an official letter for the embassy. All right. Next. Letter H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26. Situation. A do-it-yourself bookshelf kit you bought recently is missing some screw holes. You want to keep the bookshelf and do not want to pay more money. You call the store. Question. What should you do? I'm sorry that your bookshelf is missing screw holes. Unfortunately, that was the last unit of that model, so we won't be getting more in. You could exchange it for a different model, but what we have would cost you more. If you'd like, we can drill the holes for you. Just bring the pieces that need drilling to the store. Or, if you want a refund, put everything back in the box and bring it in with the receipt. You could also send the item back to us, but you'd have to pay the shipping charge yourself. Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet. Answers. 1. Wait for a new unit to be available. 2. Get holes put in at the store. 3. Make sure you have the receipt. 4. Send the whole bookshelf back to the store. So for this question, what should you do? The situation is very important. You want to keep the bookshelf and do not want to pay more money. So this means, going back to the dialogue, the one-sided conversation. So you could send the item back to us, but you'd have to pay the shipping charge yourself. So let's see, number 4 is out because you'd have to pay the shipping charge yourself. You want to keep the bookshelf, so it doesn't do any good to make sure you have the receipt. You don't want a new unit, you want to keep the bookshelf that you have. So again, going back, if you'd like, we can drill the holes for you. So that's the easiest solution. Go to the store, have them drill the holes, so that way your bookshelf will have the holes that it needs to be screwed to the wall. So the answer is 2. Get holes put in at the store. Okay. Letter I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27. Situation. You are at a comic book convention. You want to attend the panel discussion. You are a vegetarian. You hear the following announcement. Question. Where should you get your lunch? Thank you, everyone. We'll break for lunch now. The next event, the panel discussion with Brian Reynolds, creator of Space Dynasty, will begin in 1 hour. For lunch options, if you like hamburgers, Mary Jane's restaurant is just across the street. For vegetarians, there's a Mediterranean restaurant 2 blocks east of here. It's popular though, so there'll be at least an hour wait for tables. There's also an outdoor Indian food stand nearby, which has a variety of meat and non-meat options. So you could get something there and eat in the lobby of this building, where there's plenty of seating. Unfortunately, the cafe on the first floor is closed for remodeling. Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet. Answers. 1. Mary Jane's. 2. The Mediterranean restaurant. 3. The Indian food stand. 4. The first floor cafe. Okay, so where should you get your lunch? You are a vegetarian. This means Mary Jane's is out because if you like hamburgers, Mary Jane's restaurant is just across the street. Vegetarians cannot eat hamburgers, obviously. The Mediterranean restaurant would be perfect. However, as the panel discussion is in 1 hour and the wait could be 1 hour, there's no time to eat there. The cafe on the first floor is closed, so that's not an option, which means that the answer is 3, the Indian food stand, because it has a variety of meat and non-meat options. So of course, by non-meat options, that would be vegetables. Okay. Next, letter J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28. Situation. Your car is leaking oil. The problem began after you had your oil changed. When you call ATC Auto Repairs, the shop manager tells you the following. Question. What should you do first? Bob, who changed your oil, is a great mechanic, so it's unlikely he's at fault. Sometimes parts fail, however. It could be a filter problem, or the oil tank plug may have come loose. Check the oil level right away and see if you're still above the low mark. If so, you're probably okay for now, but you should get the car checked by a professional as soon as possible. I can set you up with a free inspection here at ATC. If the oil is below the low mark, call me back right away and I'll send a mechanic to your house. Don't drive the car as it may damage the engine. Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet. Answers. 1. Drive back to the shop. 2. Check your oil level. 3. Tighten the oil tank plug. 4. Ask a mechanic to come to your house. All right. So the question is, what should you do first? So you can see in the situation, they say, check the oil level right away. Right away means do that as soon as you get off the phone, because that's very important. If the oil level is below the low mark, you should not drive your car because it's dangerous. So the first thing before you figure out if it's okay to drive, if you need a mechanic to come to the house, you need to check the oil level first. So the answer is 2. Check your oil level. Okay. Letter K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29. Situation. You are a foreigner living in the United States. You hire a tax expert to help file your taxes, and he gives you the following advice. Question. What should you do to complete your taxes? Before last year, you were considered a non-resident alien for tax purposes because you were a graduate student. You had to pay federal and state income tax, but not Social Security or Medicare tax. Your new H-1B work visa makes you a resident, so you'll need to pay those this time. To fill out your tax forms, I need a statement from your bank here in California showing the interest on your savings. The rental income you've received from your home in Japan is considered foreign earned income, and since the amount is less than $90,000, you're not required to pay taxes on it. Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet. Question. What should you do to complete your taxes? Answers. 1. Provide a copy of your new visa. 2. Complete an application for Medicare. 3. Report your rental income from Japan. 4. Obtain the required bank document. Okay, so going back to the situation, you can hear or you can read if you have the paper in front of you. To fill out your tax forms, I need a statement from your bank here in California showing the interest on your savings. So that's what he needs. He needs that bank form, the bank statement. So the answer is 4. Obtain the required bank document. That's very important to complete your taxes. Okay, that's it for part 3 of ACAN grade pre-first. So good luck on the listening portion of your test. And as always, if there's something that you didn't understand, something that you want to listen to again, feel free to go back, rewind, and listen to that part one more time. All right, see you later. Bye.